After several months, 1 year and 6 days to be exact, Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, will return to the ring on Saturday, October 15th, to face Robert Helenius, the Nordic Nightmare, in his comeback fight. Audiences will be looking forward to seeing Wilder as he comes back off of his defeat to Tyson Fury, which saw him lose in the 11th round by KO. In the third and final bout of their trilogy. What's interesting about the return of Wilder, all signs had pointed to the Bronze Bomber being retired, looking to walk away from the sport and pursue other interests in his life. And that's all fine until just a few months ago when he had his statue ceremony and the love, the accolades, the adornment. Something inspired the champ to come back. He said his work is not yet done. And so, in October of 2022, he will return to the ring, bringing his record of 42 wins, 2 losses, 1 defeat, with 41 KOs on the line against Helenius's 31-3 record with 20 KOs in his own right. The Nordic Nightmare is very familiar with Deontay Wilder. They spent a ton of time together in training camps and sparred one another numerous rounds, so there is a familiarity there. What's also really great is the fact that they have a rapport of professionalism between them that can also set the example to other fighters of today who find it very difficult to get in the ring against familiar people. These two men are veterans of the sport and becoming seniors of the sport, with seeing that Helenius, who's 38, and Wilder, who's 36, paving the avenues for guys who sometimes like to speak about friends don't fight. And sometimes there's no friends in boxing, according to some of these men of today. A lot of tremendous friendships have been formed out of warriors crossing paths in the ring. See Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward, or Tony Zaya and Rocky Graciano. Those are just a couple of names, but it happens in the sport more than you know, because once you've gone into those deep waters of challenging yourself as a warrior, as a man, against another who brings the same, you get a chance to look inside of one another's soul and see what's there. You see what you fear, you see what you want and desire, you see what you're apprehensive about. And so these two warriors will come together and provide that with one another. Helenius is a fighter who has fought various opponents and sometimes has looked a little lackluster, but he still is a big man at 6'6" with a pulverizing jab. He has a decent right hand, and sometimes he has this little warrior-like spirit about himself. Well, he will really go for it. Although his reach is a little bit shorter than Deontay's at 79 inches. Deontay has an 83-inch reach. he will still stick that jab out there from time to time. Ask Adam Kalnaki about the Nordic Nightmare's jab. The big Swede can put it out there when he wants to, when he's inspired. But so can Deontay Wilder. And with this layoff that Deontay has had to replenish himself, to rejuvenate himself, maybe he'll be motivated to come out there and put those boxing skills that many people have questioned back into his repertoire. Because this is not the type of bout where Deontay is going out there to just take the guy out. Remember, there's familiarity there. So Helenius knows the dangers of Deontay. He knows the distances of where power is really at its heightened peak. And then he knows where there might be a place to be a little safer. Deontay was never proven to be an inside fighter, but he still can generate power from leverage and angles, no matter the distance. That's why he's always dangerous. And I've said time and again, Wilder can punch equally as hard with the left as the right. It's just that the left has been underused. It's time for him to get back to that. And if he's going to extend his career, it's time to box, baby. It's time to put those skills to the test. Let's see that rapid fire jab. Let's see you moving around the ring with some great lateral movement. Let's see you get body work in there to wear the opponent down. All of these things, I believe, he can do, but it's up to him at the end of the day. Bouts against the likes of Luis King Kong Ortiz and victories over the same have proven that he is just not a punching person. He's a complete fighter, but it's time for him to use more than just power. I believe he can do that. How about Helenius? Helenius can sneak something in on Deontay because if he uses his craft, he can show that not only am I familiar with you, I know what your weaknesses are, and I can do my best to exploit them. Just like he did against Adam Kalnaki, Helenius can begin to bang with Wilder in instances where Wilder may not be ready or prepared to bang. And that's where he can become the nightmare for the Bronze Bomber. There will be a lot of interest in these two giants facing one another in the ring, and I know that they will put on a pleasing show. This bout is scheduled to be held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and Deontay always brings a great crowd when he performs there. I can't wait to see it. I know some others who have been waiting to see if Wilder was going to return to the ring. I was on the fence because I just wanted what was best for the champ. And he'll always be a champ in my mind because he has carried himself and represented in the sport with aplomb. What do you think? How do you feel about this fight? Will Deontay be able to recapture what he had as the champion of the world? Will he become a two-time heavyweight champion? Leave comments and let's discuss. This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's welcome back the Bronze Bomber. Till the next time we speak, peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.